Welcome to your Morning Boost, brought to you by AWB Education. Here, we amplify knowledge, widen reach, and broaden impact in education, delivering your daily dose of professional development. This program is sponsored by Grundmeyer Leader Services, where together we are transforming education, one leader at a time. Now, get ready to amplify your day with your Morning Boost.
Welcome back to your Morning Boost, everybody, and a very happy Monday to each and every one of you. It's a fresh start, and we're diving into a topic that keeps us all running, and that is the sheer relentless pace of school life. That feeling of being perpetually overwhelmed by grading, meetings, planning, and all the extras. Is it just the job, or is it a systemic issue that's robbing us and our students of true, meaningful engagement? Well, today we are going to be deconstructing the culture of busyness and looking at how we as educators can manage our own workloads and, more importantly, coach our students not to just survive the grind, but to thrive by prioritizing quality over endless activity. Stay with us as we unpack the critical difference between being busy and being truly productive in the classroom. So today we are focusing on how you can shift the student mindset and your own from a quantity of effort to a quality of outcome. The relentless pace often creates a hidden curriculum of exhaustion where constant activity actually hinders the deeper thinking we need our students to do. Your job is to help them navigate this. And here are a few actionable coaching strategies that all of us can implement right in our classes today. The first one of those is to model and teach the meaningful learning audit. Start a conversation with your students about what they perceive as busy work versus what genuinely moves their learning forward. Help them analyze their own tasks, distinguishing between work that builds a skill and tasks that just take up time. This empowers them to advocate for their time and their focus. For instance, have students briefly track their homework for a week and then categorize it: practice, application, or repetition. If they find they're doing endless repetitive problems, it's time to have a brief coaching moment about efficiency. Maybe they only need to do 5 problems instead of 20 once they demonstrate mastery. The next tip here is to champion less but better in assignments. Take a critical look at your own assignment workload and encourage your students to embrace this principle. Research from the Challenge Success Initiative at Stanford often shows that the sheer volume of homework has diminishing returns on student achievement. Consider assigning one high-quality, authentic task that requires deep thinking instead of 3 smaller, disjointed ones. A short story illustrates this beautifully. Mrs. Davies, an English teacher, was drowning in essay grading. And instead of having all students write a full 5-paragraph essay every week, she asked them to complete a micro draft, focusing on only one skill. So like an example would be developing a strong topic sentence or integrating a quote. This reduction in volume for her meant higher quality feedback for the students, and it lowered student stress because they were focusing intensely on a single impactful element. The third tip here is to normalize strategic downtime and reflection. The most effective students aren't the busiest. They're the most strategic. Coach your students to view downtime, rest, and reflection not as a luxury, but as a non-negotiable tool for consolidating learning. This is when the brain actually processes information. Encourage them to block out 20 minutes of quiet focus time with no screens after a major assignment, similar to how they'd schedule study hall. By prioritizing reflection, you model a professional strategy for handling a demanding workload. As we wrap up this morning, let's remember this vital truth. The greatest lesson we can teach our students isn't more content. It's how to be intentional with their time and energy. When we as educators model and coach them out of the busyness trap by demanding quality over volume, by teaching the power of reflection, and by giving them permission to just breathe, We are not just managing their stress. We are fostering the deep, authentic, intellectual growth that lasts a lifetime. We have the power to protect that vital classroom space where genuine learning, not just exhaustive movement, happens. Be the guide who helps them exchange the exhausting sprint for a focused, powerful marathon. Thank you for listening, and thank you for doing the hard work every single day for our students. Everybody appreciates the work that you do. But thank you again, listeners. Have a wonderful day. We will talk with you again.
That concludes another episode of Your Morning Boost. We hope today's daily dose of professional development helps you amplify knowledge, widen reach, and broaden impact. Your Morning Boost is an AWB education production brought to you with the generous support of Grundmeyer Leader Services. Join us again tomorrow for more. Until then, keep boosting your impact.